As people know, I wasn't part of the first one or the second one, but I'd watched the first one and the second one.
I was happy to finish the trilogy, but also sad that it ended, because as much as me and Dave and...
Far easier filming T3 just because of the third person. We had, Polo as our director of photography, did a grand job with most of the cam work.
More of an honour actually to be part of the finale, because obviously it was the biggest one.
And obviously it's a few years on and we've all grown and changed our roles slightly, so the film's got a very different, a different feel to it compared to the last two.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed playing Razor, to be honest.
Always great playing Vince.
It's just like putting back on a pair of comfy gloves, the character's always going to be there.
If I got this correct, Razor was last seen in Little Random 5, so not only was it, good to play Razor, but it was in the third times he was almost like a surprise appearance.
And hers been around since the originals, like back in the day, the Little Randoms, which was like my school of filming, if you like.
And to play a bad guy as well, I usually always like to play the villains, because I always feel if you're a hero, you've got to...
It was a bit sad. I don't know if I've actually told anybody this before, but the final day of filming, I got the guys to sit on this like concrete slab thing, and I went off to film the last shot. It felt right that I filmed the last shot by myself, because almost like I started it by myself in the Little Randoms.
Keep everybody happy, but with a villain you don't have to keep anybody happy. You're just keeping yourself happy, and that's why I like playing villains, because they're just always out for themselves.
Obviously there was initial readjustment, because it was like a couple of years since we'd done the last film, but I thought I stepped into it quite well. Wasn't really many outtakes or messes up on camera. We just got on with it. Everyone was superb.
Think of some more villains to play, I think. If you're a real film buff, if you're one of these people who just watch films and you're like, yeah, film was good, yeah, film was rubbish,
I could do a whole video just on that.
For the majority part, I think it worked. The film in general, like most of the things we did,
etc. But when it's your own film, you look more into that. And it was always going to happen. We were always going to put everything into it, and then we're always going to watch it, and we're always going to think that. It's just how it just happens when you do a lot of filming. You're passionate, but as far as I'm concerned, a lot of things worked.
What works is having a third person. I know I've already said that, but it really helped having that third person as the cameraman to film the shot. If there was one or two people having that, saying, right, I want the camera there, and then the cameraman would move the camera and put, actually, that's better. And
there was a few. There's one scene, and you'll probably see it, and you'll know it yourself. We did. It should be a really emotional scene, and it doesn't quite come across the way we intended it to. We did it all in one shot, which was obviously really difficult. When we came to editing it, it wasn't really going in the way we wanted it to.
More roles. To be honest, I think now, going from way back to Empires, Jax, where I played that little just basically Jax's little friend, basically Batman. I was Robin, pretty much, for about 30 seconds. And then you had Hunted, and then you got Titan. So as far as I'm concerned, I feel now I could probably be given any role to play.
I'm quite looking forward to new roles generally in the films that we make. So, I'd happily take a lead or a side role again, or like the sort of sidekick character. It doesn't really bother me, but I definitely like to take a stab at the directing seat.
Even more interesting characters, but personally, I would like to take more of a step back and try and encourage members or new members to star in our films and see what they can do and give them time to shine. Because I think, TV Random is about inspiring creativity, and I truly think it's it's a new era for TV Random. It's time for the younger members to shine, starring in our films, and not just me starring in all of them all the time. So I like to be more the director, more behind the camera now. Yeah.